Welcome back to Culture Worldwide. As we approach the end of the season, a lot more chaos and craziness is going on, and we're here to cover it all. I'm Fabrizio.
Gabriel.
Marco.
And this is Culture Worldwide. All right, guys, so for starters, the first game I really want to talk about, and this one is just classic. Like, it's the history. Manchester City and Tottenham. What a story, guys. I mean, did anyone really pick Tottenham to win?
I mean, some Arsenal fans.
Some Arsenal fans. We're all rooting for Tottenham.
Why? How could you put your faith in Tottenham? Let alone that they're your rivals. But
they didn't
Tottenham,
put them, like, bro, they were just, obviously.
I just, Man City are just... They're just winners. You know, at the end of the day, like... I want Arsenal to win for something new, but you're right. How can you rely on Spurs, who can't even win a title?
Now I have a question for you. Are Manchester City winners because of their motto, because of how they present themselves, their personality? Like, is that who they are, or are they just winners because of the money?
I mean,
and the players they got.
It's the players and the manager. No, it is.
A
bunch of them are winners.
No, it is and it isn't, because it's the money that got them there.
Yeah, I know, because it's like they're this all-star team, but their motto, their history.
But it is Pep doing it with great players.
Is that who they are?
In that case, is the same for Real Madrid.
No, you're right.
No, because Real Madrid have history.
No, listen,
they have history because they've always had the most money.
In this moment, it's Pep doing it with the right play. It's Pep doing it with the right players.
Yeah.
How about that? It's right now, but the money got them to get the right players. You know what I mean? They have 115 financial breaches.
Yeah, I mean...
But they're not like United, that they have history. You know, they won it for a while.
But back then United had also, the most funds, and they still have a lot.
But back then, football wasn't so dominated by money. Certain teams had more money than others, but
it's more about what is shown on the field, because PSG have the most money in the history of football. But what do they produce on the field compared to Man City?
But what have City produced on the field in European competition until recently?
Man City won a Champions League. They won.
It took them 10 years?
It doesn't matter. They won. And they've been winning Premier Leagues, dominating the Prem, making it a one-sided league for the past 6 years.
I just think that's but anyway.
But how? At the end of the day, it's the truth. I don't like them, but the statistics provide for themselves.
Okay, so what did you see in this game then? Because I think it's just Tottenham are just that bad.
Look, no, Tottenham are not bad, but Tottenham are not amazing.
Do you think we'll ever see them win a title in our lifetime?
No.
There you go. That's crazy. There you go. I mean, but like for Arsenal to put this is Arsenal's fault as usual, because we've seen this time and time again. Actually, for the past 2-3 seasons now, they're always ahead of City. And this is what happens. They blow it. I don't know what it is.
I feel like it's everyone with City. Liverpool. I mean, what are you going to do?
But the thing is, you have to give Arsenal a lot of credit. They haven't achieved 84 points in 125 years.
What does that matter if you don't win?
You got to give credit where credit's due.
That. You got to give them credit, though. This is a very young squad. Their captain is Martin Odegaard. He's really young.
I understand that.
It's a team that, honestly, like, if it wasn't for City and their mature players, they would be winning the Prem. I give them a lot of credit.
No, that's true. I do agree with that.
And they went head to head with Bayern in the Champions League.
But we got to talk about the biggest thing in the game. Son's miss.
Son's
miss is huge. We wouldn't be talking about City this City. I mean,
Guardiola just. Ederson wanted to stay on. His reaction was pretty crazy.
That's another major thing.
As a player, but I think the substitution was brilliant, because to stop a one-on-one when you're 1-0 up and you know if they tie the game, Arsenal's in the title race to win it, and it's Son, Tottenham's main man.
That was a lazy finish. I'm sorry.
I really think he could have done better.
Yeah,
for his quality. I
think
Kane would have finished.
Do you think the pressure got to him?
Yeah, I actually do think.
I think so too. But come on. So. You're the main man, your son. You know who you are, your ability.
It fell to the right.
Do you think Tottenham could have won this game, would you say?
No. They could have tied it. They could have tied it there.
They were not going to win.
No, they were going to win.
I just think the first goal, Haaland's goal, tapping De Bruyne, and I think it was Bernardo Silva that played him that through ball.
That was a brilliant play.
It's just it's a trademark play. Yeah. They've done that same play for about the past 2 years.
But that shows how good they are. relative to the rest of the league because
they're
each
10
player
times
does
better than everyone.
I mean, look,
you
shit on Pep. I'm not the biggest fan of him either. But if that's a Pep, that whole play and everything they've been doing, it's all Pep.
Well,
he is.
You shit on Pep? You shit on Pep.
We both do. We both do.
We both. I don't shit on Pep. I don't like it that much.
How many shorts do we got to pull up if you shitting on Pep?
Look, you have
I gotta see receipts.
You have to give him credit because at the end of the day, Man City lost a heartbreaking loss to Real Madrid, and a team that doesn't have a championship mentality after that loss would have went down and lost the league already. They didn't. They carried on to a winning mentality, and for me, in my opinion, they are going to be Premier League champions again.
I feel like
I think it's not debatable. What they're going to lose?
They play West Ham. City are home. West Ham have 2 wins in the last 10 seasons, and City have 23.
Yeah. So what do you think? What do you think?
Arsenal's playing Everton. Everton are a way, for me, tougher team actually than West Ham. Despite the talent, when you play Sean Dyche's team, it's always going to be a hard game.
I still think
City's going to win for me.
City's going to win, yeah.
It's
but this game,
I
I think Pep was, this really showed how good Pep is. And I hate to say it, but, the way...
next week, Pep is...
But the
No, but, relative, look at both of the goals, right? It's obvious this is... I don't think Manchester City would be doing... It looks simple plays like this, but Pep's really mastered this, when to do stuff like that. I don't think another coach would be able to pull that off.
No, he's a genius.
Any of City's past coaches.
The last thing I want to say about this game is about what Postecoglou said after the game about Tottenham's history, and he just went off on them. Haven't we seen that in the past by 2 world-class managers? And weren't they accused by all the media, especially Antonio Conte? Because if you look at all 3 of them, I watched all 3 of the videos today. Conte was the most brutal, the most. And people came out saying, oh, this guy, he failed this. You're talking to a guy that came into the Premier League and won his first season with
What
Chelsea.
do you think is going to happen then?
Tottenham will never change unless Daniel Levy, the president, is out. If they get a good president, I'm pretty sure this club can win titles.
Who can be the
titles?
Coach?
Yes.
Who can be the coach?
The problem is the president and all the managers.
No, he's a problem, but doesn't guarantee you titles.
No, if you think about it, you get a good ownership for the club. You get a world-class managers, which they have. World-class players. Harry Kane, Son.
What titles do you think they're going to win?
They could at least win a Europa League, FA Cup. You never know. Leicester City won a Premier League. Why can't they?
Well, first you stated the obvious, but I just think now anything's possible, but it's just very difficult when you're going up against Manchester City, even Arsenal, Liverpool,
Aston Villa, world class team.
I mean,
a lot of big teams.
you said it yourself.
But the Prem has just the best quality teams in the top 20 out of any league. You're playing even Luton Town, they're going to give you big problems.
Usually let's say
I mean...
Let's see Bologna next year.
You can say that about a lot of leagues.
Bologna next year.
Bologna's a different story because now they're a top team. They're like...
I mean, look at the Europa League, right? Atalanta.
Yeah.
I mean, look, I think... Seeing this game, I don't think it's anything different. I don't think it's anything shocking. Manchester City won, Tottenham lost, and Manchester City are going to win another league, while Tottenham will continue being Tottenham.
League and,
yeah. So, speaking of Atalanta, though, Juventus played Atalanta recently. I don't even know where to start. I mean, Atalanta got a Europa League final. I was actually shocked. I'm a Juventus fan, as everybody knows. I actually thought Atalanta were going to win this game. But
the stakes are pretty high.
Listen,
it's the second time they verse each other in a Coppa Italia.
Yeah, but actually looking at the record, Atalanta's only beating Juve 3 times in the last 10 years, which is crazy. Allegri, listen, I think he is probably, if he won a Champions League with Juve, and it was very unfortunate because of the teams he put first, and he did get robbed in one, I think he's the best Juventus coach of all time. And it's mad funny because, I've on him for years, but the truth is, it's Agnelli's fault. He was not the man for the job at this moment. You got a lot of new players in. No no leader in the locker room, and Allegri's just not a tough guy.
And he's perfect.
He's
not a tough guy. Look at that reaction.
No, but the players don't respect him, and that's the problem. There's no synergy there. He was great when Barzagli, Chiellini, he had all those captains, leaders, real men, you know? Yeah. But the truth is, none of these players playing for Juve are real men, and they don't want to listen to him.
There's a couple.
So,
I wouldn't say all.
There's like, what, three? Three players?
Chesney, for sure.
Vlahovic.
Rabiot is a leader. Danilo and Bremer. Like I said, none of these players, maybe not even. Like, look. Vlahovic, yes.
Guys.
Nah, he's just complaining.
Allegri was a great coach for Juve. He should not be disrespected. If you disrespect him, you're not a real Juventino. Do I believe he's the man for the job? No. He shouldn't stay. He shouldn't have stayed. They probably... I nearly messed up the first place. Either you shouldn't have sacked him in the first place, or you shouldn't have brought him back. Or you shouldn't have sacked Pirlo. So...
Either way, can we talk about the game?
About the game.
I just had to say that.
mean, first of all, I never doubted Juventus. And who else didn't doubt Juventus? My captain, my idol, Francesco Totti. They interviewed him before the game and they said, what do you think? Atalanta's on fire. You know, they're in the Europa League final now. He goes, this is Juventus. You play them in a final, it's Juventus.
I mean, you know, it's
I think this game was typical. Like Vlahovic scores that brilliant goal, is a great through ball, and
I just love the effort he showed on that.
Yeah,
goal.
And then Juve pretty much closed it down. But he was after that.
But can we talk about Atalanta? Because this is a big thing. Because they're versing Leverkusen in a week. They shat themselves under pressure. They couldn't control the press, the high press of Juve, which really impressed me. They really were high pressing this game, but they couldn't control that.
What I saw from Atalanta, typically you like him a lot, Lookman. It was very like. Lookman, for example, would get the ball many times on the wing, like try to beat a player, and then all of a sudden you see an army of Juventus players just in the box. Every time a cross comes in, boom, out, and they all step as a group. And this is what I'm saying. If I'm a Juventus fan, if I'm in the Juventus hierarchy, I keep Allegri.
That is insane.
I do.
That is insane.
And I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why.
I didn't expect that for you.
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why you should keep Allegri. Number one, he had a great season. I know the drop.
What the is wrong with him?
If you really look at,
listen.
Juventus did not have a good season.
I don't say
Allegri had a good season. Great season, in my opinion. Why? He went to Inter. When they went to at home, 1-1, tough game. Juventus was better that game, by the way. I saw the game, full game. Juventus was way better than Inter that game. Second game, Inter outplayed Juventus. This is because Inter have experience, Juventus didn't. This guy does not have the team he had in the past. What he's doing, what he showed in the final, like you said, Agnelli messed up everything in Juventus. Getting rid of Pirlo, that should have been the coach.
No,
that should have been.
But now, you gonna say?
Continue first.
They just, for me, they should let Allegri start fresh, in my opinion.
I think that's insane because...
That is insane.
That is insane. What were you going to say?
I forgot what I was going to say. That's why I said let him speak.
Right. Yeah, look, you made good points, but he's not the man for the job. The players don't respect him. Juventus lost. This is not Allegri's fault. They were playing great when they were following him, and then when they lost to Inter, their whole morale crumbled, and that's why they started playing horrible.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say great, but he got second place, or was getting second place right now. And he won Coppa Italia. Like, it's come on. With this Juve team right now, it's in shambles. Come on, that's really good season.
Dude.
I know for Juve, I get
it's Juventus, and here's the truth.
But, okay.
Allegri's not the man for the job.
Hold on. 1 second. Wait. What if they got first in Coppa Italia? What would you say? Good season.
If we won the league, yes, but we didn't.
And we should have. I wouldn't say it's not a bad season.
No. If we won the league and we won Coppa Italia.
It's not a bad season.
But this is ongoing. And a lot of players want to leave under him. Here's the truth. I respect Allegri. You can't deny what he's done for the club and how loyal he is for the club. And I still love and respect him. But you know who's actually the job? Somebody with Juventus DNA that's tough, that's stern, but has the same philosophy.
Who?
Conte should not be Thiago Motta. It should not be an interest. No. And people say Conte went to Inter because of Agnelli. And Agnelli has done great things for the club, but he's also screwed us. And this is why we're in the same position as we were now.
I would like Conte at Juve, but for you
He's
guys,
the guy for the
but
job.
he's
You know,
not great.
I backed up Conte because I did say that.
Yeah.
Back, when he went to Inter, it was a bunch of politics with Agnelli. But I'm gonna tell you something. You just compare it to like a girl, right? Like the girl that always stays with you through everything is the loyal one and is the one you should keep. While the one that just goes for you for your money is the one that kind of used you.
Yeah.
Allegri stayed through Juventus through every single thing.
No,
Madrid
I'm
and
not
PSG.
done.
Don't
Real
compare Conte to a whore. Don't compare.
Madrid and
Real
PSG wanted
Madrid
him.
and PSG offered him a big contract, and he said no because you thought about.
And
I have to
love-
respect
and
that.
I love and respect that, but sometimes the girl that's loyal to you is not the right one for you.
That-
Maybe she has attachment issues.
Yeah. Okay,
But you got something out of it.
my
And you
point-
gotta get out of it.
It was a good 2 years.
My
I have
point,
to break up.
It was a good
My
2 years.
point
yeah.
about why I think Allegri should stay.
They learned.
and
Yeah.
why I think he should stay, and I
Yeah.
think this is like a big thing, is because you talk about Juventus DNA, right? What did
Conte brings that DNA.
What I'm talking about Juventus in general. Forget about Conte. Forget about Del Piero. What is Juventus known for? Buying free players and turning them into beasts.
Okay.
Right? That's a thing that I haven't seen in a long time. Now, why I think Allegri can, if you
God.
give him the right, just let me talk.
You're gonna.
I
repeat-
gave you time. You give me time. So, if you just give this guy, a couple of good pieces that he needs, I guarantee you they'll be back where
He's
they
had the
wanna be.
pieces. Listen, he's had the pieces. He's had 3 years.
Yeah, Cristiano Ronaldo.
He's had 3 years, and he's done nothing with it.
Listen,
What were you
okay.
gonna say?
If it's not Allegri, it's not Conte. Is it Thiago Motta?
No, it's definitely not
Thiago
Thiago
Motta's
Motta.
from Bologna. I think he should stay there.
Thiago
Build
Motta
something.
should go to.
It's
stay
not
in
Thiago
Bologna.
Motta. Who is it?
That's what
Zidane?
I'm saying.
Antonio Conte.
But who's really
Antonio
there?
Conte.
That's why
I just
think
said no Allegri, no Conte, no Motta. Who? Zidane?
Bro, get Tudor. I don't know. Get somebody.
Tudor's in Lazio.
Bro, find something. Swim away.
You see, but you see what I mean? He's really the
I-
only right man for the job right
Alright,
now.
guys.
Yeah.
I want to get Italiano. Get Italiano. I'd rather take Italiano than freaking Thiago Motta. Thiago Motta. All right, look, guys. So to close it off with this game, there's nothing much to say. Allegri, he did win us a title before he left, but I think it should be done.
We just rambled, bro.
Yeah, I think.
I mean, about the game, it was just like the classic. What did I say?
no,
when
it's
they
the
won?
classic.
I
It's
said
an Allegri masterclass. 1-0
Christian
masterclass.
You didn't know.
1-0.
No, it's the typical Juventus, and he did what he had to do, and it's heartfelt, and that's a great goodbye. He even gets sent off. Typical Allegri, right? Like, it was the most perfect Allegri game, and we thank him for it. Allegri, I've been a Juventino since I've been a little boy, and I will thank you. I love you. I love what you've done for this club.
He also on you last season,
Yeah.
but that's a different,
Now-
that's a different story.
now-
today.
Yes.
It's
yes.
time to part ways.
It's
Thank you.
time to go.
It's time to go.
Allegri.
He's the artist.
Babe, you don't know
Yeah.
what you're talking about.
All right, that's we close it off. You like us, follow us on TikTok
You hate
and
us,
on
follow
Instagram.
us.
Links on our channel and subscribe.
Allegri in for Roma.
Allegri. Yeah. No. Yeah.
You shit on him last season, bro. What are you talking about?
I was mad.